being strong for others. So being strong for others is valiant, it's heroic, but it often compartmentalizes our own experience. To be strong for others will actually make ourselves weaker. We've all been taught that emotions equals weakness and vulnerability equals fragility. So when we tell ourselves, I have to be strong for my family, I have to be strong for my children, we're actually fragmenting parts of ourselves by pushing away what is real for us in the moment. Sometimes we might tell others that you should be strong or you get over it when somebody that they may have lost 1 month ago, 1 year ago, 10 years ago. And that projection can be remarkably harmful in a form of a judgment. So this fragmentation, this compartmentalizing is very, very detrimental to an effectively grieving process. It can actually debilitate us and create remarkable amounts of chronic or complex grief in our life. And then it can actually manifest itself as a somatic or masking form of grief as well, where we override the emotional state and then our very body carries it. A great book that speaks about this is called Trauma Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk, a psychiatrist and trauma specialist. Okay. We can all win the Academy Awards for the acting we do to show our strength. But the tips to help really support this is being present with your experience. Let the grieving process show your strength and recognition of your love. Allow it to be a teaching moment. Change the way we think about being strong for others. Okay? Recognize at times that you might have to push your feelings aside to support your families. Sometimes compartmentalizing is absolutely healthy. And especially if you're working, you can't necessarily start grieving or have this emotional expression, maybe in a professional environment. So you might have to push it aside for the moment and then come back to it at another moment. But when we tuck under the rug and push it aside, we have to be conscious and intentional about bringing back those feelings so that we can process them and be present with them with somebody who can maybe listen or journal about them. It's so important. Normally, when we tuck under the rug and we compartmentalize, it becomes this out of mind experience. We just put it in the back of our mind and we just disconnect from this. And it becomes so difficult in this context. So we have to be very conscious about this. I see Ikwak had the question. Please post the name of the book. The book is called The Body Keeps the Score. And at the end of it, I'll be able to give you that resource, or you can reach out to me on Instagram and DMs and I can share with you. Body Keeps the Score. So this is a very important context here. So grieving is actually a very, very loving act. It's an expression of honor and recognition to the person, thing, or circumstance we have lost. To grieve is to remember. To grieve is to recognize. And to grieve is to value their existence. Okay. So key takeaways here. To be healthy and strong for others means to be healthy and strong for ourselves. If we do the tuck under the rug style to serve the moment, then be conscious and bring it back in a conscious and intentional way. And vulnerability is a deeply courageous act. So good for us.